Infield to Cavani. Cavani does well. It's dinked over the top. Djordjic is in. Bojan Djordjic, he's got his first goal for the club. Bojan Djordjic brings out the celebration. He's telling the Chelsea fans to shush. He absolutely loved it. A well-worked Man United move. Cavani held it up well. Greenwood, dinked it in. Djordjic with a touch, left-footed half volley, and fires it past Willy Caballero. And Djordjic gets his first goal. First goal for the club. A lovely dink through ball from Greenwood. It was a good run from Djordjic from that attacking midfield role. Left-footed strike. Great technique. Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Become a Legend for what is a quite massive episode in this series. We're playing Liverpool and Man City and then West Brom. We've got to see if we're actually going to be in the team. I haven't looked. Did I look at the end of last episode? Maybe I did. We're on the bench, so well, let's get into it and see if we're going to make an appearance in the North-West derby. Look at this. It's a big game. Us, not Liverpool, are going to be the team to get the crowd on their feet. Now go out there and give them a win, I think is what it said. I wasn't really reading it quick enough. We started McTominay. Interesting. Dan James gets a start. Jay Lings is up for it. Cavani's down, so Martial plays. We're on the bench. Fred, Luke Shaw, Romero, De Gea in goal. Wan-Bissaka's looking knackered at right back. Interesting. They've started as you would sort of... Oh no, Oxlade-Chamberlain gets a nod at left wing and Mane's up front, so no Firmino. Interesting. Let's get into it and see how the game unfolds. Do we want to play in that, or shall I put us in our... The thing is, we scored in our Zebra kit. We're going to go for the Zebra kit. We scored in it last time. So let's see if the same can happen if we come off the bench today. Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Anfield for one of the biggest derbies in England, if not the world. It's Liverpool versus Manchester United. It goes across borders. It's more than just football. It's music. It's culture. It's a big rivalry. And some interesting choices today. Mane up front for Liverpool, starting up front. Oxlade-Chamberlain given the nod at left wing, whilst we have Wan-Bissaka, Lindelof, Maguire and Alexandre Telles playing in the back four for Man United. It should be a very interesting game. Let's see how it unfolds. So as it goes wide, it's actually Liverpool win a corner, but Alisson has been the busiest goalkeeper so far. Martial wasting two great chances, but two very good saves from Alisson to keep it a 0-0. But Liverpool have had a decent bit of possession. Pogba's thrown himself into a few tackles, but won the ball every time. It's looking good for both teams. Man United having the better of the chances. Corner for Liverpool though. And Pogba heads it away. And Liverpool again with a decent chance. It was Mane who pounced on a bit of an error into Salah. Salah back down to Mane, crossed it towards the back post. And Oxlade-Chamberlain can only head it over the bar. But a decent move. Liverpool growing back into the game. Oh, and Dan James right on half time goes close. It's been a very even game. 3 shots to United, 2 on target, 2 great saves from Alisson. Martial should have scored one of them. 2 shots for Liverpool, 1 on target. Decent block on it, which went behind for a corner. But as you can see, 36% possession for Man United. They are playing on the counter-attack. And I would say, arguably, Bojan Djordjic could come on in attacking midfield to replace Bruno Fernandes, who's been pretty quiet in this game. So let's go and see if there's any changes at half-time. And there is, and Bojan Djordjic is on, but it's to replace Marcus Rashford, who was playing reasonably well in that first half, so that is a surprising substitution. Djordjic sees the run of Martial, but asks a bit too much of him, and Matip's there to cover. Djordjic's going to have to get up to speed of this Northwest derby. Matip forced back towards Alisson, and Liverpool keep the ball, go long. Should be Harry Maguire's ball, you would imagine. Oxlade-Chamberlain beats him in the air. Mane brings it down. Salah looks to get it back out there. And Pogba up to Djordjic. It was just caught on his heels, but he's going to have the pace to get away from Joel Matip. And he holds him off really well, the young Swede, but then Matip gets back at him. And again, it's just that lack of strength that lets the winger down. As Dan James picks up the ball. Wan-Bissaka holds on to it. Djordjic lets that go across his body. Djordjic has a hit and a good save from Alisson. Puts it behind for a corner. Bojan Djordjic not happy with the 1 goal this season that came against Chelsea. He wants another one. And it was a good effort here. Let it go across his body. Got away from Jordan Henderson. Left-footed. Good shot. Good save from Alisson. It goes behind for the corner as another sub happens. And it is Oxlade-Chamberlain off. Origi on. So still no Firmino as the ball comes in. Van Dijk is going to head that one away. Good header. Robertson picks it up and Liverpool get rid of the danger. Trent Alexander-Arnold right back puts it in. Origi's there. Shoots. Good save from De Gea. And both goalkeepers being called into action on the hour mark. Salah came forward with it. Laid it off to Trent Alexander-Arnold. He picked out Origi, who had just lost his man. One touch to set himself, and then a good shot, good save from De Gea. And it goes behind for a Liverpool corner. Another substitution happening on the hour mark. Alexander-Arnold coming off, which is interesting, and Gomez coming on to replace him, and Wan-Bissaka being replaced by Luke Shaw. So both teams replacing their right backs as Robertson brings that one down. Luke Shaw clears it away. Djordjic, I was trying to find the run of Cavani, who's also come on up front for Martial. So changes galore at the moment. Good hit, De Gea with a good save. And De Gea will look to launch something here for United. Up it goes into Bojan Djordjic. Around the corner looking for Pogba. Pogba picks it up. Cavani into Djordjic. A heavy touch. But the winger's done really well to hold on to that one. Forces it wide to Alex Telles. Alex Telles cuts it back. Bojan Djordjic in a bit of space. Looks to float one across. Luke Shaw was challenging in the air with Wijnaldum, I think it was. And it goes out for a Liverpool throw. Origi into Mane. Mane turns, gets a shot off deflected, but De Gea, good reactions to hold on to that one. And De Gea is under a bit of pressure from Mane. Goes for a long kick out to the left. Good ball to find Telles. And Telles looks for Djordjic up against Gomez. Good feet, and he's going to win a throw-in. No, he's not. James Milner kept that in really well. And Djordjic has got to put some defensive work in here because Telles is struggling. What a ball in. Mane, what a save from De Gea to keep the scores level at 0-0. As Lindelof then fires that one up towards Djordjic. Gomez wins the header, but it will fall to Telles. And he tries to put it into a bit of space for Bruno Fernandes. And Djordjic will let that one run out because Matip won the header. And Bojan Djordjic has it here. Throw in, taken quickly. Telles back to Djordjic. Looks to swing in across towards Cavani. Van Dijk has to head it behind for a corner. 5 minutes to go. Can Man United steal something here at Old Trafford? And it would really turn their season around. It's fired in. It's Djordjic is there. I think he got a head on that, Djordjic. Good save from Alisson. He really shouldn't be beating Van Dijk in the air, but it looks like he did. Maguire out to Djordjic. Djordjic sees the run of Cavani, tries to put it into that space. Van Dijk's there again just to flick it back to Alisson. Great defending from the big Dutchman. Ball forward. Mane's in space. De Gea comes and claims it. That will probably be the end of the game. What has been a relatively entertaining 0-0. And it is full time 0-0 there. And, well, both teams wasting some chances. Both teams forcing the goalkeepers into some big saves as well. As a pretty even game. United will come away happy getting a draw at Anfield. And we got 7. Coming on getting a 7. We actually played, along with De Gea, the best in the team, which is great. But as you can see, Alisson gets man of the match. Not a bad performance there. 0-0 away at Liverpool. You'd probably take it. I feel like we probably should have won it. Chances that weren't shown in the first half. Martial really should have scored. He had 2 one-on-ones and missed them both, but they didn't go to replay, so I didn't put them in the video. But next up, another derby game. It's Man City. And are we in the team? We're on the bench again, so not too bad. But in 12th in the league isn't very good at all. So this time we're gone Cavani starting up front. Van der Beek comes in. Fred's up for it. Lindelof, Maguire, Fosu-Mensah comes in because obviously Wan-Bissaka is absolutely shagged. We're on a green up, so it could be interesting. Interesting indeed. Hello and welcome to Old Trafford for the Manchester derby. Red v blue. It should be a very interesting game for this one. Timothy Fosu-Mensah is the unlikely starter at right back for Man United. Aaron Wan-Bissaka feeling a bit of a tight hamstring, so is rested entirely from the game. Alex Telles, Lindelof and Maguire keep their places in the back four. Greenwood's in and Cavani starts up front with Martial dropping out of the squad. Man City line up with Nathan Ake at the back. Kyle Walker's in there as well as Mendy. It should be a very interesting game. Let's see how it unfolds. So an early foul here in Gundogan picking up a yellow card. A really bad tackle on Timothy Fosu-Mensah. The right back. A bit of a surprise start, but picks up a foul early on and Gundogan gets a yellow card for his troubles. Not a bad effort here for Man City. Sterling put a ball through to Aguero, laid it off to Mendy, and then got on the return cross from the left back, but his header just goes past the post. A good counter-attack, and both teams looking to play on the counter, letting possession in the middle of the park, looking to hit on the break. Another effort for Man City goes begging as Sterling put in a cross for Kevin De Bruyne. It was Gundogan out here to Sterling on the left-hand side. And Sterling right-footed crossing, it goes De Bruyne, got across Maguire, but again the header not on target. Before that, Greenwood wasting a good opportunity one-on-one against Ederson. And it's 1-0 Man United, a wonderful bit of play. Marcus Rashford, the goal scorer, who's not been in form recently, but he props up with the goal against Man City. It was a wonderful bit of build-up play. Cavani lays it off to Rashford, back to Fred, and then Fred has a gaping hole in front of him. He lays it back to Rashford, takes his time and slots it past Ederson, the helpless Ederson, and it's 1-0 to the red half of Manchester. So at half-time, it's Rashford's goal, which is the difference. Both teams wasting some good opportunities. As, Greenwood definitely had a shot that didn't count towards the stats, but Man City, 3 shots, none on target. Guardiola won't be happy with that. Let's get to the second half and see if there's any changes. No substitutions to get the second half underway, and we'll be back with the main bits of action. And it's 2-0 Man United as Edinson Cavani robs Aymeric Laporte and gives the ball to Greenwood, who has an very easy chance in a game like this. Laporte covered Cavani really well, but then turned back. Cavani read it, robbed him into Greenwood. First time finish. Again, Ederson absolutely helpless. And that is 2-0 Man United. And Aymeric Laporte will be feeling very stupid. Kevin De Bruyne diving into a tackle here on Alex Telles, who was doing some fantastic work down the left-hand side. De Bruyne not getting the ball, coming back through the back of Telles. No yellow card. But Aguero off to replace by Gabriel Jesus. Still 2-0. It's not 2-0 for too much longer. It's 2-1. Bernardo Silva with a rocket of a left foot goal, assisted by the substitute Gabriel Jesus. And Man United will be getting a bit of squeaky bum time now. Jesus got the ball on the halfway line turn, lays it off into the path of whoever that is, and get it back, lays it to Bernardo Silva. One touch, and I think the early shot has taken David De Gea by surprise. 2-1. Game on. And on comes Bojan Djordjic for Van de Beek. So he'll be coming on in the attacking midfield role after conceding a goal. Not the ideal time to come on, really. But hopefully he'll be able to just make the play tick here straight away. Getting on the ball, just trying to keep possession for the red team of United. As Greenwood could be away here. As he lays it into Cavani. Djordjic is in, gives it back to Greenwood. Mendy with a good tackle. It's going to go behind for a corner. Djordjic into the action straight away. Corner to be taken by Paul Pogba. And it goes towards that near post. And it's a terrible header back towards, but Laporte clears it. And it will be a throw in. 20 minutes to go. And Djordjic picks the ball up. That's a good tackle from Fernandinho. I wasn't expecting that slide tackle from the AI there. As Bernardo Silva hits it straight at Bojan Djordjic, who this time is up against Fernandinho again. Turns him this time. Fred keeps the ball into Pogba. Pogba. That's a good ball from Timothy Fosu-Mensah. Djordjic turns. It's into Greenwood. Greenwood with a chance. It's a great save from Ederson. Pogba into Djordjic. Djordjic tries to get a shot off, but it's not good enough. And nearly an assist for Bojan Djordjic. Greenwood with a good opportunity there. Ederson out quickly. Smothered him well. And Bojan Djordjic got the ball back into his feet. Tried to turn. Laporte covered him well. And the shot goes wide. Lindelof wins the header. And Bojan Djordjic wins the race to get there. And Cavani was on through the middle but stopped his run. Laporte brings it down out of the sky. Gundogan back to Nathan Ake, who's not having his best first derby game for Manchester City. That's headed back nicely to David De Gea from Lindelof. David De Gea looks to go along with the kick. Greenwood, just behind Djordjic, unlucky. Can see what he was trying. Gabriel Jesus, Bernardeschi, and Bojan Djordjic back there defending really well, but then giving the ball away back to Bernardeschi. Gabriel Jesus back to Bernardeschi again. Ball through, looking for Fernandinho. Gets a shot off, saved, and the rebound is in. And it was Bojan Djordjic's cheap possession giveaway which allowed Man City to get that ball back. You can see he was trying to play it into Cavani's feet, but it was blocked by Bernardeschi. Jesus was there, back to the Italian, into Fernandinho. Shot was saved well, and Jesus reacted quicker than Maguire. 2-2. Man United will not be enjoying this after being 2-0 up. Djordjic wins the header onto Luke Shaw. Pogba. And Djordjic, good touch. Djordjic could be in. He was trying to square it to Cavani, and Laporte gets the block. 5 minutes to go. Good bit of football there from Man United. It's going to be Pogba with the corner again. He's going to swing this one in, and it goes cleared away by Kyle Walker. Telles to Djordjic. Back to Telles, but Bernardeschi, who's been Bojan Djordjic's arch nemesis in this game today, it seems, as Kyle Walker put under some pressure. Rashford keeps that pressure up. Bojan Djordjic pressures the goalkeeper. Final few minutes of the game. Raheem Sterling wins the header. Maguire. Pogba. Luke Shaw playing as a different auxiliary right back today. That's a terrible pass up the line. Intercepted easily by Mendy. And Mendy then goes down the line to Sterling. Sterling will turn. 2 minutes left of extra time, injury time. Sterling going all the way across to the near post. De Gea keeps it in. And I'm sure that will be the end of the game as De Gea goes all the way out to the left-hand side. 2-2. An waste of a good opportunity for Man United. The game sort of changed with the substitutions, you've got to say that. As Bojan Djordjic did okay, but Man City got much more into the game in that second half. And we come off with a 6.0 rating. Could have been so much different if Greenwood had scored that chance. But 2-2, you would take a 0-0 and a 2-2 against Liverpool and Man City. Leaves us 12th in the table. Not brilliant with a goal difference of 0. We've only scored 6 goals this season. That is not good thus far. Next up, though, West Bromwich Albion. So hopefully there'll be something to shout about in that game. So we are on the bench again. Can't break into, just cannot get into that first team at the moment. But you can see Cavani keeps his spot. Brandon Williams comes in. Yeah, it's a good lineup. Matic is there as well. Again, playing against 5 at the back. Will be interesting to see how we get on. So the West Brom game finished 1-1, and we didn't come off the bench. That's why there's no highlights in there. We should have won. Man United should have won. We dominated the game. A wonderful goal from West Brom got them the draw, but we'll go into the Europa League now, and hopefully we'll get some action. Let's have a look. Are we on the bench? Are we starting? We're on the bench again, so let's get into it. What have we got to do to get a start? Right. Dan James still starting ahead of us. Rashford in. Romero in goal. We're on an up blue. Come on, we're on an up blue. You've got to play us. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Europa League. It's Man United versus Willem 2 in the Europa League today. And, well, a strong lineup for Man United. Romero is the only big change in goal for David De Gea. And let's get into the action. Donny van der Beek forcing a good save from the Willem 2 goalkeeper. Rashford flicked it on. Bruno saw the run of Van der Beek, but thought he'd bring the ball forward into Cavani. First time round the corner, first time shot. Good save from the goalkeeper. Corner to Man United. So at half time, it's 0-0. Everything for Man United going through Donny van der Beek and Edison Cavani, but so far lacking that cutting edge again as we go into the second half. Let's see what unfolds. As Bojan Djordjic is coming on for Man United, left wing replacing Marcus Rashford. It's a common substitution that's been happening, but murmurs of discontent from Bojan Djordjic as he can't break into the first team just yet. As here come Willem second, back to Sadiki. Sadiki looks pretty down the line. Good ball, but out for a goal kick. He's not going to have the pace to get that one. Palonch comes forward. Bojan Djordjic tries to pressure him. A ball over the top. Harry Maguire wins the header. And Palonch picks up the loose ball. Goes by Van der Beek into Ndeshi. Good tackle. As Bruno just hoofs that one away. A really rushed clearance there. Very un-Bruno Fernandes-like. Very uncomposed. As Sadiki picks the ball up. Palonch lows over the top, but Maguire wins the header. Bruno into Cavani. Over to Bojan Djordjic, who couldn't get there. Peters gets the ball first. And Palonch comes forward with it. Bojan tries to dive in for a slide tackle, but gets it all wrong. Bailly with a good header. And Bojan gets his first real touches of the ball in today's game. Trying to encourage Luke Shaw to go beyond him. And he does. And then he goes long towards Cavani. Man United have tried that ball far too often today. And it's been pretty rubbish, to be honest. Bojan Djordjic on the ball. He's got Luke Shaw going beyond him. Lays it through down the line. And Luke Shaw's going to get there. Puts a cross in. And it's headed away for a corner. And Man United have really slowed the pace down of this game. There's no real enthusiasm from them as the home team in this Europa League tie. Bruno Fernandes tries to swing it across and it's cleared away. Luke Shaw will pick it up on the edge of the box. Dan James. Who's it? Bojan Djordjic! Oh, he's hit the post and it's stayed out somehow. Bojan Djordjic, so unlucky. Let's see a replay of that. it was just, I think it just sort of hit Dan James and got deflected back in as we circle around the ball. I'm just trying to see if I can control this. So Luke Shaw laid it off to Dan James. He did side foot it as if it was a pass. Djordjic hit it. Oh, what a lucky block from the defender there. Djordjic goes to absolutely leather this. And it's a trailing leg of the defender. Flicks it up off the post. Bounces across the line. And cleared away. Luke Shaw could have been in for a rare goal there. But obviously play continues with Saglam, who just hoofs it away and clears it forward. And unlucky for Man United, it should be 1-0 if it wasn't for a trailing leg of a defender. Djordjic picking up a pocket of space again. He drives at the defence. Djordjic, another shot, blocks and goes behind. Another corner for Man United. He's definitely made a difference in this game. Trying to show Ole Gunnar Solskjaer what he can do. Van der Beek laid it into Djordjic. Good touch. Obviously two-footed as well. Again, just hits it straight at the defender. And it's another corner. And this is where the first bit of danger came from for Man United as Bruno looks to fire this one in. And it's headed away. Luke Shaw is brought down. And Man United do have some set-piece takers in their team. One is Bruno Fernandes. Another is Bojan Djordjic. I don't think he's going to be able to pull rank on this one. It's not. It's going to be Bruno Fernandes, as you would expect. He's going to try and make a distraction in the wall. Bruno Fernandes up and down, and it's a goal for Man United. It's a lovely free kick from Bruno, and he runs off celebrating. And Man United get a deserved lead in this one after hitting the post and having a few good chances of their own. And there we go. Djordjic loving the celebration with Bruno. Keeper had no chance. 1-0 Man United. So Man United know this is a good enough result to see them through top of the group as Pogba comes on to replace Donny van der Beek in attacking midfield. Obviously leading the group does give you an easier draw. It avoids all those dropouts from the Champions League as Dan James clears that one away. Herkins on the ball for William 2. Goes forward. A really acrobatic effort there. Romero's a little bit worried, but it goes over the bar. Bojan on the ball. Drops it back to Brandon Williams, and Bojan's gone again. Bojan's tried to just flick it over the top, and Bojan's nodded that on to nobody. Is it going to go out of play? Peters is chasing it. He wasn't sure, and it was a good bit of territory play there from Bojan Djordjic. As it goes up in the air. Bailly wins the header. Maguire will be there to sweep. Wan-Bissaka, Pogba into Djordjic. I don't know why we're doing these chip balls through. They're very annoying. Brandon Williams, just play that into. Why are you chipping it up in the air? Just put it into my feet. Cavani lays it off. Dan James tries to get it back across, and it's headed away, cleared away again. Bruno's there, and well, Djordjic just picked up a pocket of space. Curling effort. Oh, what a finish from Bojan Djordjic to make it 2-0. And again, his trademark shush celebration comes out, and you can't do more than that to impress Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. What a finish from the Swede. Bruno Fernandes brought it down. Bojan Djordjic left-footed, a long-range curler in off the post. Denied a goal by the post before, but this time Bruno Fernandes with the assist. Bojan, what a curling effort that is off the left foot. A wonderful goal for the young Swede, and he is delighted with that one. 2-0 United. Surely that's the end of the game there. It's a wonderful, wonderful goal to seal the win. And well, if Bojan Djordjic is doing his best to play his way into Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's starting 11. But at the moment, it's proving pretty fruitless. Owusu heads it back into the danger area. Yeboah's there. Cavani out to Dan James. Bruno all the way back. And there's the full-time whistle. Man United, I think, go through top of the group. It's a wonderful cameo performance from Bojan Djordjic. 7 shots, 7 on target. Only the 1 shot for Willem. That is a much better performance from Man United, as Djordjic does get man of the match on a 7.5. Bruno Fernandes may be feeling a bit unlucky with a goal and an assist. But a 2-0 win does see Man United through top of the group. Just need to take that form into the Premier League as well. As next up is Everton visiting Old Trafford. And it should be an interesting game coming up in that one. As we're going to be on the bench again. Put me in the starting 11, damn it. We are in, what are we into now? November. So we're coming up to December. Let me know in the comments below. So this will be the end of the episode today. But let me know in the comments below. Do we put in a transfer request in January to see if anything happens? To see if we can go to a team where we're going to be a starting player? Because I do feel like we're playing pretty well. We're growing into the stats we've got, and I'm getting better at the game, and I feel like we've done enough to warrant a starting place in the occasional game. In the Europa League, you think we'd get a start and things like that. But let me know down below. But thank you so much for watching. Do we put in a transfer request in January? It's a big, bold move. It is a bold move, and I do understand that. I'm really doubting myself now, because I want to have a look at my data. So 17 appearances overall. 3 of those are in the pre-season. So we have played 14 times this season, all of them off the bench. 2 goals, 1 assist. I guess we haven't had the best output, but let me know down below. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like. Go and check out some of the other videos that have been linked during the video and at the end during the screen. Lots of PES content coming to the channel. Thank you so much for watching. If you're enjoying it, leave a like, subscribe if you're new. But for now, I'm out. Cheers.